Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Learn With Me. In this video, let us learn more about random access memory, that is RAM. We know that computer memory is classified as primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is further classified as RAM, that is random access memory, and ROM, that is read-only memory. So, RAM is a part of primary memory, or simply say RAM is a primary memory. This is how the RAM looks like. In the RAM, the memory cells can be accessed from any desired random location for the purpose of information transfer. That's the very reason it has got the name random access. This is a diagram of the motherboard present in the computer. The motherboard has got the memory slots in which the RAM is stored or installed. Since RAM is a part of primary memory, RAM is used as temporary data storage space. When it comes to speed, RAM is super fast. Any average motherboard will have between 2 and 4 memory slots. Let's know what does the RAM do. RAM allows your computer to perform many of its everyday tasks. For example, say loading applications in your computer, browsing the internet, editing spreadsheets, or even helps you load and play the latest games. Not only doing this, it even allows you to quickly switch between your tasks. For example, imagine you had switched on the computer to edit a spreadsheet, but suddenly you remember you had to send a mail. So you quickly switch from spreadsheet to your email. Amazing thing is, RAM also remembers where were you when you switched to the second task, so that in case you want to switch back to your first task, it can do so without any delay. Memory is used to load and run applications such as your spreadsheet program, respond to commands such as any edits you made in the spreadsheet, or even toggle between multiple programs such as when you left the spreadsheet to check the email. Memory is almost always being actively used by your computer. If your system is slow or unresponsive, you may need to upgrade the memory. What is the basic purpose of RAM? We know RAM is temporary storage space, so we need secondary storage or hard drive to store the data permanently for later use. Hard drives can store vast number of files. When compared to other computer components, the hard drives run very slowly. This is because the files in the hard drive are scattered across the drive due to fragmentation. Hence, to access any file from the hard drive requires that the drive move its mechanical read-write head back and forth and wait for the spinning platters to spin into correct position. The drive spins at thousands of rotations per minute, but even then, this process causes a noticeable delay when reading files and data from the drive. To overcome this or reduce the slowdown, computers store files in RAM once they are read from the drive. RAM has no moving parts like hard drive. Therefore, the files can load very quickly. We know that RAM is temporary storage space. That means it requires constant electric power to store the data. That is, once the power is turned off, the data is erased. Considering both the advantages and disadvantages of both RAM and hard drive, RAM works in conjunction with the hard drive to provide quick access to the files that the computer is actively reading or writing. Let's know the temporary storage concept in detail. RAM stores files read from the hard drive. Along with this, it also stores the data that the programs are actively using, but that doesn't need to be saved permanently. By doing this, programs can work with data quickly, which in turn improves the speed and responsiveness of the system. RAM is significantly faster than the hard disk. That's the reason RAM is used instead of hard disk to process the information immediately. Let's understand how RAM works in conjunction with the hard drive. Any data or program is first stored in the hard drive. If we want any of this program or data stored in the hard drive to run in our computer, we must load it in the RAM. The CPU or the central processing unit can now access the data from the RAM or can now run the programs loaded in the RAM. While doing this process, what if the RAM is too low? It may not be able to hold all the data required by the CPU. So, some data may have to be in the hard drive and then sent to the RAM and then to the CPU. So, for this cycle, the computer has to do some extra work, which means the computer will slow down. Solution to this problem is increasing the RAM of your computer. The speed and performance of your system directly correlates to the amount of RAM. If your system has too little RAM, it can be slow and sluggish. If the RAM works so much faster than the hard drive, why can't we load all of the computer's data into RAM? One major reason is computers have far less RAM than the drive space. Let's visualize the concept of RAM through an everyday life example. In a way, RAM or the computer memory is like your desk. Your desk allows you to work on a variety of projects or tasks. Similarly, RAM allows you to work on a number of tasks. The larger your desk space, the more papers and folders it can hold. You can work on many projects at a time. At the same time, you can keep all the required documents on the table and you don't have to go to your storage cupboard every now and then to pick the files. In terms of computer, we can relate the desk space to the RAM and the storage cupboard to the hard disk. The more the RAM, larger data required can be loaded from the hard disk to the RAM at a time. And the system doesn't have to load the data from the drive to the RAM again and again. Let's get back to our example of the desk. Once you've finished working with your project or you are leaving office for the day, in order to safeguard your documents or the project, you can put them in the storage cupboard. Similarly, when the CPU and the RAM finishes their task, the data can be put back or saved in the drive. Whether you are a gamer or a designer or just looking to speed up your personal computer, upgrading the RAM is a simple and easy way to boost the performance of your computer. So, how much RAM do you need? It all depends on the kind of work you do, how many things you do at once, and how impatient you are. We always want our devices to respond instantly. Most of the time, you need far less RAM than the hard disk space. To answer or know how much RAM you need, you must first understand what task you want to do and then imagine the physical office desk space. And that would help you know how much RAM you require. RAM is further classified as DRAM and SRAM. That is, DRAM stands for dynamic RAM and SRAM stands for static RAM. Hope I have simplified learning for you. If you think so, do like my video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and always remember that practice makes things perfect.